Hi, Dennis Weiss. Welcome to our town. We're at the Dickinson County Heritage Center with Michael Hook, the new director here, and he has put us in front of a wall full of pistols, including a Wild Bill Hickok special. How happy am I? Welcome, Michael Hook.
Thank you so much.
You have to wake up every day just going, yay, yeah. I am going to work in the middle of history today.
Yeah, that's right. And you go back to the archives, it's kind of like the Vatican back there. So not a lot of people have access to what you get to see back there. So I'm very excited uncovering gavels that were made from the White House, you know, the gavels that were made from our original log cabin, and just all kinds of fun stuff you run into.
Every time I see you and I tell somebody, yeah, that's Michael Hook, he's our official historian. Well, now you're kind of official, responsible for Dickinson County Heritage Center. That means history, doesn't it?
That's right. And, you know, back to 1857 when we start bringing in the settlers, just pretty much picked up from there. And thankfully we were on the right spot at the right time with the Butterfield, with the railroad, the highway. I mean, we are always where we needed to be. So we appreciate that.
Isn't that something? Maybe Dave can get some B-roll after we're done talking, but we're looking at a wall over there and it's full of stores.
Yeah.
Little frontages for stores. They're little advertisements, if you will. And I look at Abilene today, and as you know me as well, I work with the business team all the time. I care deeply about economic reinvestment, revitalization. That's kind of my passionate thing.
Yeah.
Well, part of the reason I am, because I love what we're talking about today, which is history.
Yeah.
But there's only one way to preserve the past, and that is to grow the future.
That's right.
So we're here with a camera to give an opportunity for you to tell us what's going on historically, but maybe more importantly, how you're protecting the history through great events and planning and growth in the future. And I think of CT 150 and coming up, and what a big deal that's going to be. So take us anywhere you want to go.
All right. Well, the Heritage Center was a group of about 18 board members, essentially, and we're all a working board. So if we need lights changed, if we need to paint, we're all digging up and getting the job done. But when I presented this to them, and the city, of course, ran the show last year with me as the event coordinator for Chisholm Trail, the Trails, Rails, and Tales. Basically, they were willing to relinquish that to me, being the event coordinator, to go ahead and foresee it under the Heritage blanket, under the umbrella. It was not a hard sell for these guys. These 18 guys on our board love history. They love to be a part of the celebration. So the confusion where it comes out will be Trails, Rails, and Tales is a celebration of 1867. We're bringing it back to life. Where Chisholm Trail Days in October will be a celebration of Dickinson County and the rural experience and everything that happened afterwards. So tractor show, car show, all that stuff will happen on October 7th right here in the same location.
Okay.
But Labor Day weekend will be 1867, partying like Joseph McCoy would have. So.
Okay, all right. So that's a little different from last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so last year I think we had a lot of people come to town. We had a lot of fun with the people in town. I saw some numbers floating around. Numbers never work on TV. I'll just say there was a lot of people, and if you were there, you saw a lot of people.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of longhorn cattle.
Yeah.
We saw some amateur actors up on stage, and very amateur in some of our cases.
No, we appreciate you getting up there.
But we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think the community had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, and there was a car show down by the courthouse. This year is a separation of those two things. There's the car shows in October and some other things.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll take us through that again.
Right.
But the event of CT 150 is 1867, like it should be.
Yeah. No, I don't want to take away from DeWeese. Dustin will be doing a car show as well. So we have a car show that's kind of on a smaller scale than DeWeese did. So, but DeWeese will have this fantastic thing which brings in people. So he's bringing the masses to us, and what was so great to see the energy on Buckeye, people walking from him to us, from Texas Street down to here, and that was all the businesses along that way were benefiting from that as well. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's because we did what we kind of do, we kind of gushed about what we're passionate about, but let's slow down and let's take people through your job,
okay,
this place, why it's good for Dickinson County, for the city of Abilene,
Yeah.
and then we'll get back into the fun things we're going to do with it.
All right. Well, ultimately, I want to see energy down here and excitement. And when we have Christmas in the Cabin to the Statehood Ball, you see that there are pockets of this community that get really excited about things. And what we want to do is just continue to offer what we always have, the Memories of the Prairie series right here. Pioneer Camp still will be going strong. The events that we've built on, this will be 40th year for Chisholm Trail Days. So we've built some credibility to some of these events. What I want to do is take that and build it even further. So with these changing displays, what you'll see in this room is Art Mantle next month, and then from there we'll go into Carrie Nation, and we'll build displays, Duck Wall, talk about the great names that you have through here. Royer's been a presence through here, Etherington's, these names that you know,
Sure.
paying homage to those guys and truly giving a good representation. But I do want to tell you, kind of a good example is Carrie Nation. So we have the hatchet here that she used in Enterprise. And so what we want to do is prominently display it and tell the Carrie Nation story.
Sure.
With that, in May, she actually will come here. We have a reenactor we found in Chicago that does a bang up job. She actually does Mamie Eisenhower and Carrie Nation.
Oh.
So she will do 2 in 1. She's going to do Mamie over there in the afternoon and do here in the evening. So
We're not going to let her chop up a whiskey barrel, are we?
no, she won't, but she
Okay.
can. She said they definitely get the fire department out here. She will do whatever we need her to do there. So
Yeah, what an interesting opportunity.
Yeah.
I think Abilene is so unique about this. I grew up in Colorado, went to upstate New York, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. So, this isn't the only place I've ever been.
Yeah.
I think it is so unique, the passion where our preservationists have gotten engaged with people like you who have the energy and the desire to see it continue by doing hard work
Yeah.
to move it into the future.
Yeah.
It's just, I've never been any place that we have so many attributes going on
Right.
about who we are and what we are to the world.
Yeah. And you mentioned New York. I remember Cooperstown, which is the Baseball Hall of Fame. But in that town, their historical museums will give you living history of the rural community. They'll show you how the draft horses would pull the equipment and plant the seeds and plow. And we are in collaboration at this moment trying to get that. So this field over here will be worked. And we want to put everything
my.
from watermelons to pumpkin patches and everything out there, corn mazes.
What a great idea.
Yeah, so really how exciting it is. We know this is a rural community. How exciting would it be to actually see it the way it was originally done by the pioneers?
Oh my goodness, that's a great idea. That gets me excited. I will come see that.
Yeah, very good.
I'm a horse guy.
Yeah.
So I look at our community. We got a great arena. I go, there really should be probably 10 more horse shows a year over there. So, but somebody has to go do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of full. So, but somebody has to go do that. Well, if you give opportunity to people with vested interest,
Yeah.
there's somebody, and I could probably give you a few names when we're done here, that would love to bring their teams that they're spending their hard-earned dollars to maintain,
Yeah.
teams, harness, implements, into a venue where they can be seen and appreciated for what they can do.
That would be a great thing. We just always wanted to bring it to life. And even the blacksmith shop, I think every weekend we should have somebody working there, working on trying to hopefully get some classes started. So we'll have one main blacksmith that'll teach us, and then 10 or 15 of us in the community will be able to continue that tradition on.
Well, don't ask my wife, because she blew her elbow out beating on metal in an anvil in my garage out there now some years ago. And she loves to pound on hot iron and made some cool things out of it. But there's a wonderful opportunity to give people who are interested in things a chance to do it, which preserves the history of the fact.
Yeah.
If it was just about the things, we'd take a picture of it, put it on camera, put it on a DVD, and it's good, right?
Right.
The place could burn down, and we got a picture of it. That's not what history is. History is the opportunity to live, learn, and adapt the future by what you've learned through the past. And some of it is, I just love that old tractor there behind Dave. I remember the one I had just like it. And that emotional connection to things is the value of having that tractor there. It's just a cast iron with some rubber on it. but the value is the emotion, the human connection to it.
Right.
And that can only be there if this place is here and it's open and there's somebody here running it.
Yeah, everything tells a story, and that's the important part. Is we need people to help us document that story. And really, how are we going to carry this on? The kids that come into the museum, they're just enthralled with the phones. They've never seen a rotary phone, and that's something that we took for granted. But
Isn't that something?
you know, there'll be a day where they had no idea of a party line, and even to this day, there's people that have no idea what a party line was.
Yeah,
So.
well, I do. I know what it is.
Yeah.
We were a long and a short, so that's what we were.
Very good.
So, okay. I know that the success of last year's warm-up for the CT-150 was volunteer support.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there had to be a lot of bodies to do a lot of work. So I'm going to give you the platform to get started. We're filming this at the first day of February, second day of February. January's gone.
Yeah, that's right.
You're going to need some help. So tell people what, where, and how.
Yeah, well, there's plenty for us to get ready. And one thing I'm most excited about is I always wanted to see a Buffalo Bill Wild West show. So we will be getting Buffalo Bill. He'll be here giving his Wild West show. That means that we're going to have to work the ground. We got to get it ready for basically arena out here.
Okay.
So this 9 acres just doesn't take care of itself. So if anybody wants to come out with their equipment and help us get this thing ready for a show, that's for sure. So
that sounds like to me a great place to have a new John Deere tractor and a new piece of John Deere equipment do a test for a demonstration for their customers on new John Deere tillage equipment there, Kyle.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, we have the community here, and last year we were so excited to have everyone from the police department to the fire department to the city. Everybody kind of pitched in and helped. Mm-hmm. It was so fun to see people mowing their yards and getting it all ready for the growth. They knew their people were going to come, painting their houses, doing whatever it took, and really that's what I was most proud of, is this community got after this event. And 149th anniversary, you don't get that very often. So for 150th, obviously we got to go even bigger and better than it was. So more volunteers, more helpers. There's a lot to do, from everything from dispersing water to taking tickets to setting up with us, putting up the fencing, doing all that good stuff. But this event could be double the size of what it was last year. Okay,
so I know from involvement in the fair and the Wild Bill, Hickok Rodeo, and all of those things, you need the same groups of kinds of things of people. Yeah. You need people to keep traffic going where they need to be. So, you know, with an orange suit and a flashlight and those sorts of people. You need people to take tickets. You need people to help put things up, make sure the displays move, whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
But I guess is what I'm saying is, people who are watching, if you've ever volunteered for anything, there's a job for you with Michael Hook and the Dickinson County Heritage Center with this event.
Right. And what better way to get out the word of this great community to the masses? And what we essentially hope to see is Wichita and Topeka and Kansas City and all the parts between Texas and Oklahoma as well. So getting a lot of people here to see Abilene for the first time. Or what was really exciting was people were coming here for the second time when they were kids. They remembered coming to this museum and seeing the guys rolling off the roof in the gun shows. And they were able to bring their grandkids back and reminisce about what it was like when they were growing up.
Can I use this platform for a what's on one side of my brain's a pet peeve, on the other side of my brain, and I think the greatest opportunity?
Yeah. Because
it fits. My wife, executive director of Great Plains Theater, had a 4-band Celtic music event in there a while back that came out of CT-149.
Yeah.
Because we were having a conversation with the parents of one of the little girls in the play, and the guy mentioned, I do Irish music. That's how it started.
Yeah.
So came out of that event, sold out house, and most of the people were from not even close to here. We had a house full of Kansas City people.
Wow.
But all of them left with only just a little bit of word of mouth about the rest of the things in Abilene.
Yeah.
I saw that and I go, oh man, I'm so glad they're here. But then I just go, ugh, we didn't tell them what else is here.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten that. So I'm asking you on camera, let's fix that.
Yeah.
This is too big to miss.
Right.
We need everybody that comes to Abilene for anything, whether it's my Great Plains Theater, my wife's opportunity, or something they're doing, the people behind the lens that we don't know about.
Yeah.
We have to make sure that people know about this event, and you need to be using this event in your own efforts to grow your business or your event. You need to come talk to Michael. If you're doing anything with the public, you can come talk to Michael and figure out how to do this together for the benefit of our community. That's my pitch.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, and obviously the capital and campaign's kind of near and dear to our heart. We want to do some building improvements and get some more restrooms and ultimately bring this to life as well, bring it to the 21st century. To do that, we're going to need funding as well. And we have a lot of private donors doing a fantastic job giving us some money coming in. But really, that's how we're going to get the word out too. But this event, essentially, with the tickets, with the gates, that's all going into helping this museum become even better than it was. So.
Okay. What sort of visibility to potential donors are you offering? I mean, the businesses in town. I mean, what have you got a package to go out and sell to people to talk about this?
Yeah, a package to go out, and depending on how much you give, we put your name very prominent in the spots on the banners and locations, which we did last year. Really couldn't have done this event without our private donors. So, the community really helped us a lot. We did get them a little bit of county funding and city funding and some things like that and the grants, but this was really the meat and potatoes of it was this community, and we all have something to be proud of this.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
As it should be. I'm happy that the city and the county are giving some support.
Yeah.
But I'm ecstatic that you're willing to sit there and say, I need the community to help me put this on.
Yeah.
Because we should. If we want things like this, then we vote with our effort and our dollars.
Yeah.
So I look at all those businesses up there on the wall, Duckwall store, the most interesting store in Dickinson County.
Yeah.
Mr. Duckwall's words from 1934 are still on the wall at Great Plains Theater.
Yeah.
Because my wife and I, we both looked at it and I said, those can never go away. Because they were written in 1934, and if you were giving a management seminar today on change, you would use the same words.
Right.
Not many places anywhere can say what Abilene, Kansas can say.
Yeah.
We're an industrial center of the United States. The people that founded Abilene and grew it they're not in second place. They were leaders of the industry. Your telephone museum over here comes. Why? Yeah. Why is that important to Dickinson County? Ever heard of Sprint? So, it started here.
Yeah.
The genesis of that started here.
Yeah.
So many things are here, have such a bigger scope to them when you step back, look at history, look at what they became in the future.
Yeah.
It's such a huge opportunity for us. So, all right. Do you have specific action items you need from people today?
Today, we would love for you just to reach out to us at the Heritage Center. What can you do to help us? Obviously, volunteers, not just for TRT, but just for every day. If you're interested in working out here, what a better spot to work. This is just an exciting adventure every day for sure. But my email address here, if you want any questions or anything that you want to do to help us with TRT as well, is heritagecentermh@sbcglobal.net.
We're going to have to change that, Dave.
But we do appreciate that. We want to be able to communicate with the people, and I think that's the best way. Call us out here as well, 263-2681. Great opportunity for you to find out. And everything that we offer in the back, I don't think a lot of people realize this genealogical stuff's going big time right now with its history and all that. So we have the documents, we have the pictures, we have everything that you ever needed from anybody in Dickinson County. It was here. And so you'll never imagine the calls that we'll get from all over the country saying, do you have anything on this church that may have moved here? And so,
really?
And sure enough, within about 10 minutes, we find a picture of it. So,
So if you have a interest in genealogy, you probably could come volunteer some time to assemble records, do research, answer questions.
Yeah. And how important it is to get digitized. If you can get all these pictures that were taken from Bill Jeffcoat to all the people that have donated this stuff to us, if we can get this on computer and get it on file forever and ever, that's just a feather in our hat, basically.
As we look at a minute and a half left in the interview, what an incredible opportunity we have. Again, here in Abilene, Kansas, is to take the value that the heritage, the people who came before us have left here. From Dwight David Eisenhower. You don't get a much taller peak than Dwight David Eisenhower. And C.L. Brown, all of those people, and the Duckwall. we get a chance to move it forward with a celebration, a party, a fun time of getting together. But my message has always been about these things. It will grow your business. It will make your school better. It will make your streets smoother and your sidewalks flatter. Because that is how small town America works. So make a plan to get with Michael Hook, have some fun, be a helper so we can all have fun together, and we make economic progress go, grow the future, protect the past. Sound like a deal?
That's perfect.
Michael Hook, thank you for having me here. Thank you for putting Wild Bill Hickok's pistol in front of Wild Bill.
That's right.
That was well done. But if you have an interest in things historical, Dickinson County, you have to come down to the Heritage Center, talk to Michael Hook. You'll leave energized and excited about the past and the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm Dennis Weiss for Eagle Communications, wishing you a great day.